Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. My name is wanyoike. I'm the first son to lizz. Standing next to me is my wife, Susan Marimo, and my children are seated over there. I am just going to read a tribute from here, because if I stand here and talk off the cuff, I don't know where I'll end up. I don't know. So I'm going to read my tribute. It's a little bit different from what you have in the booklet. So I start. My dearest mom, as I try to put into words the multitude of emotions coursing through me, I find myself at a loss because in your departure, I'm bidding farewell to not just a mother, but a source of boundless love, guidance and inspiration. I will miss you more than words can convey. Reflecting on the years gone by, I'm flooded with memories of your unwavering love and the invaluable nuggets of advice you generously imparted. From the early years of my life, I witnessed your caring nature, evident in the way you nurtured not only me and my siblings, but also extended a helping hand to friends and relatives. Just like an example is my uncle who stood in front of me here. As the firstborn son, I had the privilege of witnessing your grace and resilience in the face of challenges. You taught me that strength isn't just about muscle, but about fortitude of spirit. Your unwavering commitment to family, your unbreakable spirit in times of adversity, and your boundless capacity for love have been the bedrock of our family's unity. Your love for the extended family knew no bounds. You opened our home to uncles, aunties, cousins, and friends, providing not just shelter, but also the support needed to pursue their dreams. You just had my uncle here. Your selflessness, and let me stress, she was unselfish, but I can attest, made you a dream maker, not only dreaming for yourself, but also helping others actualize their aspirations. I want to express my deepest gratitude for the invaluable life skills and mentorship you provided in preparing me for life after high school. The transition to college and even my time abroad was made easier because of the foundation you laid. Your letters, advice, and phone calls while I was in the UK and the US were lifelines that kept me connected to the values you inculcated in me. Leaving Kenya to study abroad was both a privilege and a challenge. Cognizant of your sacrifices that paved the way for that opportunity. The values you instilled in me, the emphasis on education, and the belief in my potential have fueled my aspirations and equipped me for the adventures that lie ahead. Your persuasive skills led me to leave my lucrative banking job in the USA to join lizz College, a decision that I have never regretted. You became my boss, and I vividly recall a staff meeting where I mistakenly referred to you as mom. Oh boy. I remember that look till today. The look you gave me was a reminder of the boundaries between work and family. A balance you always maintained. As a disciplinarian, yes, she was a disciplinarian, you knew when to crack the whip, dispensing tough love when necessary. Your wisdom and ability to balance being a boss at lizz and a mother at home showcased your incredible capacity to navigate different roles with grace. Over the years, our relationship deepened, both at work and personally. I have witnessed your visionary leadership that steered lizz to greater heights, giving birth to the Emory Hotel and the Lizz Preparatory School. Your ability to see what others couldn't, and your personal touch left an indelible mark on everyone you interacted with. Today, as we bid farewell, I do not say goodbye. I say thank you. Thank you for the love that knew no bounds, for the sacrifices made in silence, and for the lessons that will continue to resonate in my heart. The legacy is not just the memories we hold, but the indelible mark of love you have left on the tapestry of our lives. I am committed to carrying on your mark to the best of my ability and making you proud. The task may be challenging, but with God by my side, I am determined to honor your legacy and continue the remarkable journey you began. Rest peacefully, dear Mama. Your love will forever be the guiding light that illuminates my path with eternal love. Rest in peace, Mama.
Good afternoon. My name is Stella Jerome. Beside me, my husband, Lawrence Mashario Jerome, and my very good sister, Lizz. I first want to just thank everybody for taking their time today to come and mourn with us. We as the family do not take this for granted. And I will try to get through this. So the other day I came across a letter I had written to my mom when I was in university in the US. It was the typical please send me money. So unlike our other family members, we used to be given money. So that was the purpose of that letter. But it made me laugh because I sounded so naive. But what was interesting in that letter was we were sharing so many secrets. But living apart for over 18 years, our relationship diminished a little. But when we moved back to Kenya, we were able to reconnect, and this was the last 12 years. But more so in the last 2 years when she was ill. Like many mothers, she stood between us and our father as a mediator and an enforcer. She was soft-spoken in nature, but she was able to maneuver and manage to petition for us, her children. There were many lessons that I learned from my mom growing up, but what stands out and what my children are a victim of is the tendency to administer one child's medicine to another child. My mother was someone who did not want to waste, and as a testament of where she never forgot where she came from, and that she would rather live within her means and have those resources to help others. I'll let you in on a little secret. Many of the nice things that Mom had were pushed on her either by myself, my siblings, or Jenga. And Jenga told us a story of how they got tired of riding in the little Harrier. They wanted to upgrade themselves, but in a very soft manner, they approached Mom, and she acquired a Land Cruiser so that they can be visiting all the many churches and communities and know the work that they were doing. So my mom was simple, and she was very, very frugal. So we know my mom as a true epitome of hard work, determination, and innovation. However, for me, what stands out was that she was a symbol of reinvention. She constantly talked to me on how she had picked up her life and reestablished herself in her later years, and this is when she was in her late 40s. In fact, that was a carrot stick that she used to convince me to relocate back to Kenya. Because at that time we were feeling that we were too old to change jobs, too old to do this, and she told me no. 40 is the new 20. So she convinced us to relocate, and we came and we joined her business. She questioned, and this is when we were still in the US, she questioned, why are we putting so much effort into building up a nation that was not even our home? She made me understand that working was not only about providing for my family, but it was also about contributing to the lives of others, and that we should think hard about whose lives we were really impacting. I know many are surprised and even shocked at the passing of Mom. I'll take this time to just give a brief or mention a few things about her journey, because the last 2 years I worked very closely with her. And also because there are some lessons that she wanted us to learn from her experience in her typical manner as an encouragement to many other people, especially those who are navigating the medical space. So many don't know that for over 5 years she was not feeling well. And for the last 3 years, her illness started to escalate. Many of the events, shows, meetings, speaking engagements, church services, school meetings, those that she attended, and many of you know because you attended them together with her. She was participating in her very weakened state. God is the one who provided her with strength and the ability to give her all at those events. But in the background, I tell you, she was very weary. She visited many doctors during this time of sickness, and nothing was diagnosed to explain why she was feeling unwell, why she was ailing. She spared no expenses that you've already had, and we traveled to India, we traveled to the US, looking for different specialists, desperately trying to find out what was ailing her. And a conversation we had was, not knowing was worse than knowing. But little did we know. So when it was finally diagnosed that she had cancer, of course her first reaction was she was very angry, because she had put all this effort into trying to figure out what was wrong with her. We could not understand how the specialists could have missed a disease that is so big, so devastating, and so evil. But she refused to dwell on this aspect. She refused to dwell on this knowledge, and she quickly put on her armor, preparing herself for the battle ahead. She fought hard through the whole of 2023. We truly believed that she would recover. So the lessons she wanted us to take heed of: number one, take full control of your health care. Believe what your body is telling you and never give up finding out why. Secondly, do not be afraid to challenge the medical field. Let us not forget, they too are practicing their craft, and they do not have all the answers. So do not allow them to settle if you are still not feeling well. But most importantly, she wants you to know to put your trust in God. He is the miracle worker, the true healer, and the determinator of your life. Right now, we may feel that cancer has won. That cancer has taken another loved one away from us, and I'm sure this makes us very angry and sad. But family, friends, dear ones, let me tell you that cancer did not win. But our God has taken Mom home as her reward. And this we can testify from Isaiah 57, 1-2. And I read, "The righteous perish, and no one takes it to heart. The devout are taken away, and no one understands that the righteous are taken away to be spared from evil. Those who walk uprightly enter into peace. They find rest as they lie in death. And that is more. So I want to leave you with another challenge that Mom passed on down to us. Those who knew her personally and those who knew her from a distance. And we can all attest, and you will continue to hear very many stories about Mom. But I'll read from the Bible. And I'll struggle with this Bible reads. Ecclesiastes 9:10. And I read, because this was Mom's life. Whatever your hand finds to do, do it with your might. Can we all attest to that? That is more. For there will be no work, or device, or knowledge, or wisdom in the grave where you are going. May God continue to bless the fruits of her hands here on earth, and may she continue to rest in peace. I love you.
Good afternoon, church. My name is Eric Peterson, karaoke, wanyoike. This is my wife, Melody Manjiro. And these are my cousins, Aris and Victor. Maybe I'll say something before I read the tribute is maybe I'm a proud recipient of one thing maybe anybody has never seen, or is that she once beat me thoroughly. And she chased me. I used to be a scout, and I had the whistle, and she chased me around the house and whipped me. Until today, I'll never enter a woman's handbag. Mom, as I sit down to honor you, my heart swells with love and admiration for the incredible life you led. A tapestry woven with love, wisdom, and indomitable strength. You were a passionate teacher, a visionary entrepreneur, and above all, a nurturing mother. Your approach to life was beautifully simple, yet deeply profound. You affectionately called me Kiki in your everyday moments, Eric when I was mischievous or when serious matters arose, and Peterson when she overflowed with joy in her heart. I smile when I think of how your hobbies reflected your industrious and visionary spirit. You poured yourself into your work always and had an eye towards the future and never missed an opportunity to support others. Your wisdom and profound insights often came with a touch of humor and those witty comebacks that were uniquely yours. I cherish the simple things that brought you joy. Your preference for hot drinking water, your love for Michael Bolton and Yvonne Chaka Chaka music, and your shared laughter watching The Gods Must Be Crazy and Mr. Bean. Your love for fish over meat, your impatience with idleness and laziness, and your unwavering punctuality are lessons that have stayed with me. Our land prospecting adventures are among my most treasured memories. Standing together in Kileleshwa, you said, you had a vision to say, here we shall put up a hotel. And in Kimborero, you saw beyond the present, dreaming of a thriving community. and a college of your own. Your uncanny ability to spot potential was unparalleled. Hence, we have our brother here, Mr. Jenga. Super machine, super brother, super friend. You recognize talent in others they hadn't even seen in themselves. And your humor, Mom, it was one of the greatest gifts. I will never forget those evenings when I would ask, "What's for dinner?" hoping it was not githeri. Again, you would reply with a twinkle in your eye, reminding me to be resourceful and grateful. You were overjoyed to welcome Melody into our family, embracing her as a daughter and a true companion for me. Your love for your grandchildren, Shaza, Jay, Lizzy, and Degwa, knew no bounds, and you cherished every moment with them. You encouraged my independence, nurtured my love for IT, and instilled in me a value of discipline. Your love and wisdom have shaped me in innumerable ways. I long for our long conversations about grandchildren, my IT projects, and the farming tales that link me back to my roots here. Your legacy lives on, not just in the lessons you taught or the love you shared, but in the spirit of everyone you've touched. You remain my beacon of strength, my source of wisdom, and my embodiment of love. Your spirit will forever guide me and inspire me. I found small from Proverbs 31:25-26 that I think just reminds me of her. She is clothed with strength and dignity. She can laugh at the days to come. She speaks with wisdom, and faithful instruction is on her tongue. I love you, Mom.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much, the children of Lizzy. And we honor God for your composure and humor, even at your very weakest moment. We really thank God for you. And some of us are learning some quick parenting tips. One of them was, don't call your mother or father mom or dad in a staff meeting. Call them boss. We thank you. At this time, I'd like all of us to stand up, at least to have a breather. We will be led in beautiful short singing, and then we proceed on. And as we